Okay, hello. Hi, Anuv.
Hi. Hi. Um, who am I talking to?
Who am I talking to?
You are talking to Ahalya from A Humming Heart.
Okay, hi.
How are you
Okay, hi.
doing?
I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Alia,
Doing well, thank you so
there's just this
much.
one tiny thing
There's
I
just
can
this
hear
one tiny
myself.
thing I can hear myself.
You can hear yourself. Okay, just give me
Yes.
a second. Are you on headphones?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Okay, give me a minute. Is it better now?
Yes.
Better now?
Yes, perfect. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, awesome. We've got
Perfect.
so
Great.
many people joining us, all thanks to you.
I'm glad.
Perfect. Why don't we actually, start the chat because I think a lot of people have been waiting. You ready to go?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, let's get this party started. Hi everyone, Ahalya here, going live with a humming heart today for this awesome series that we've got going on with Twitter India. Hashtag indie music Twitter is where it's at. Really excited about today's space and the conversation that we're bringing to you today. And Anuv, it's a very cold and rainy night here in Bangalore, where I'm from. So you got this conversation very warm for me.
Perfect. Is it raining there? Is that
It
what you said?
is, yes. It was just drizzling the entire evening. We had quite a shower.
That's that's the best thing ever.
Yeah, you really like that. I think it's the songwriter in you that vibes with that weather.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay, well, the space is really crowded here because of one Mr. Anuv Jain who's joining us right now. And Anuv, how does it feel to be, as someone very rightly put it, indie music's man of the hour?
Uh, honestly, I wouldn't really call myself that right now. But it feels nice to be recognized, for my work right now, whatever I'm doing. So it feels extremely good because I've worked extremely hard for this. I've sacrificed a lot of things in my life just to be here. So it feels great, but I honestly don't feel it not important, to be very honest.
Well, I think you're just going to have to take the praise. It's not going to stop anytime soon. It's just going to keep coming.
No, I'm gonna take the praise. I love the praise, but as long as it doesn't get to my head, I think that's what's important. So
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. You're on the right track. um, so tell me, I'm sure it's been a busy couple of weeks for you. How's the reception of Mazak got you feeling?
Bro, honestly, I'm out of words. It's been incredible because it's been like 2 weeks now, and the kind of numbers that we've done and the kind of love that that song has received, it's just incredible. Like it's insane because it took me a little while to write this song, and I wanted to get it perfectly right because the song is extremely special and very personal to me, right?
Mhm.
So when the music video came out and the song was finally out, it was trending at number 6 at one point on YouTube, which is just incredible because the thing is that there is no marketing involved in this, right? Like there's
Right.
just this is only through word of mouth and through the audience that I have gathered and like I've literally built one by one. So we all were having like these tiny parties, like me and my managers and my friends, we were just like having these tiny parties at our places, just like going a little mad. So it's been incredible that way. I've done a radio tour or radio trail, however you say it, which was great because this was the first time that I ever was live in these radio stations. Like I've ever visited these radio stations. I got a chance to do a thing with All About Music. I got to sing my song live, and I got to meet so many people from the industry, and everybody came up to me and they knew the song, and that just meant so much to me because I had no idea they even knew me, and them just knowing the song and how the song is doing was just like it was great.
Well, I have to say, you're keeping warm with all of this excitement. I can hear the smile in your voice. Talk about it, and you.
That Alia, the thing is, the song is about smiles, right? The song is about like hasna apni baaton pe, and also I think I'm just like doing the right thing by smiling, whenever I'm talking.
Very good, very good. And speaking of the trending on YouTube, I mean, music video blew people away. That reaction, were you anticipating that?
No, I I'm a pessimist that way, I feel. I think the people around me are like the optimists of the group, I guess. Because I never really, I mean, I'm always hopeful that the song will do well,
Mm-hmm.
but I never really have any hopes or anything of that sort. It's actually a pretty funny thing. Every time a song is coming out, me and my managers, we place bets. And I'm always the one who's saying that, okay, it's going to have the lowest number of streams. And my managers are like overly optimistic and they say it's going to have the highest number of streams. And they're always right. I always lose that bet. But I think I just function that way with like a little hint of pessimism, I guess.
It's a good bet to lose, I feel. You're better for it.
Oh yeah, it's honestly it's a win-win, but the amounts are getting bigger and it's like starting to pinch my pocket a little bit. But it's okay.
Yeah, in fact, one of your fans asked a really interesting question. Said, when is Anuv going to star in his own music videos?
That's such a everybody asks me the same question, honestly, because I'm a little camera shy, to be very honest, uh, and the thing is that most of the music videos that I'm trying to make,
Yeah.
actually all of them have a story behind them, right? Like they're not just like live performances. They're story based music videos because I want my songs to be translated into that visual medium as well. My songs have a lot of storytelling, and so I want my music videos to also portray that. And I think when there's a lot of storytelling involved, I think for me as a person who can't act for shit, it becomes very difficult to find a place in my own music videos, honestly.
Okay.
Because I think it's better that actors play their role and like get the story across. But hopefully, when I'm a little more confident, hopefully I'll be able to star in one of these and actually do a good job.
Yeah,
Let's see.
if you write a song about someone who's super awkward in front of camera, you could do a great job.
Yeah, probably that'll be a very difficult song to write, honestly. But yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, okay, well, there you go, Ridhika. That's and I was listening to Mazak, and it got me thinking that with most of the singles in your discography, right, it seems like you're getting a lot better as time goes by with, combining the perfect arrangement with the perfect songwriting, to really capture the emotion or story very accurately, right? I think the precision of that has been increasing over the years. Do you feel that happening in real time as well? Is it something really, strengthening as a muscle?
Yeah, bro, I think definitely. I think I'm becoming a better songwriter as I'm getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is that, the last couple of years have been like extremely insane for me
Right.
because my life has literally just changed 180 degree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I hope you can hear me.
I can. Yep.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so like my life has literally changed like 180 degrees, and
Yeah.
so I think with my life changing this way, I think I'm getting to experience some very very amazing things, and it involves love, it involves heartbreak, it involves um, just doing what I'm doing right now, and but the thing is that now that I'm an adult or I'm at least growing older, most of these emotions, even though they are a lot, they are coming from a place that's very grounded in reality.
Yeah.
So I think that's just helping me write better because earlier, like my love used to be something that was a bit more grand. As I'm growing older, my love is becoming a little bit more real. And I think that's reflecting in my songwriting as well. So yeah, of course, like as I'm growing older, I think my songwriting is definitely improving. I don't know what I'm doing though. Like I do practice. Like I sit more because the thing is that two years ago I wasn't really focusing that much on my music. I was working in the family business.
Right.
So now that I have more time, where I'm completely focused on my music, I think that also is enabling this maturity that's coming into my writing, I guess.
Yeah. That sounds, and I think that's like the trajectory of any song who's really working at getting better and better. um,
Yeah, I'm trying.
yeah, absolutely. I think Mazak shows it as well, Anuv. Speaking of, do you feel like maybe giving us a little bit of Mazak right now? Do you want to sing a little bit for us?
Yeah, I would love to. Just give me a sec. Oh, by the way, so I just got this new electric guitar. Okay, it's a Fender Telecaster, and it's amazing. I haven't really played it for anybody till now, so I'm just gonna like try doing it right now. I hope that the audio and everything is proper. Let's see how it works out.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. We're excited.
Okay, just let me know if you can hear the. Can you hear it?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So, guys, first of all, let me just thank you all for just joining in. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for just like hearing me talk. I know I sound a little nasal right now. My throat and my nose is like completely gone, but I'll just like try and do justice to the song. Okay, this one's called Mazak. ये भी मजाक ही तो है, सालों से सड़कों पे संभल के चल रहा था यूं, गालों के गड्ढों में तेरे, ना जाने क्यों मैं लड़खड़ा के गिर गया हूँ मुस्कुरा, और ऐसे हंसो मेरी बातों पे, गिरता रहूं तेरी राहों में, और इनमें ही खो जाऊंगा। ये भी मजाक ही तो है, कैसे रातों के इरादों में अंधेरा था यूं, आधे से चांद सी हंसी, अंधेरी रातों में अब नूर बन गए क्यों, ऐ चांद अब चांदनी बन के गिरो जरा, गिरते रहो मेरे आस पास, तो तेरा ही हो जाऊंगा तेरा एहसास है, सांसें हैं जब तक यहाँ, हो जाऊं मैं तेरा, ये ना मेरा अंदाज है, देखो मैं खुद हंस रहा अपनी बातों पे, यहाँ ऐसे तुम भी हंसो मेरी बातों पे, ना जाने क्या हो रहा मुझे, मैं तेरा ही हो जाऊंगा, हो जाऊंगा। ये भी मजाक ही तो है, मेरी नकल है या असल में गिर रहे हो तुम भी, होता नहीं है अब यकीन, क्या ये मजाक तो नहीं, that was Mazak.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thanks for forever and
Thank
keeping
you
us
so much.
on a rainy day.
So the thing is that all the other ones that I'm gonna sing, I'm probably gonna like sing half, but this one I just wanted to sing completely. I just wanted everybody to hear it properly. So,
No, that was beautiful. That was so, so wonderful. You do not sound like you have a cold or anything. You sound
uh,
perfectly lovely. Um, I wanted to ask you, when it comes to a song, putting it out must be such a nerve-ridden process, right? The biggest things that I think all musicians can relate to is when is the song ready to just put out and let go of? I read, like, for example, with Barishe, you had a lot more, you had a more produced version of the track, but then decided to go with the less finished, more raw one, right? So when do you know something is just ready for release and, okay, I'm just going to let it go now?
Bro, honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. Because if you see, whenever my producer sends me masters, there are like 10 masters that he'll send me. Like, and before that, there are like 20 mixes that he'll send me. And then, we just like arrive at this final thing when we've just run out of patience. I think usually that's been working out right now. But with Barish, it was actually a pretty funny story. But at that time, I was like really distressed. So what happened was that I went into the studio, and they played this pad for me, like, which was just keys and a shaker. And I hadn't given them any money for the thing, and I'm very apologetic about it because I didn't have any. I was like completely broke at the time. So I just asked them. I promised them I'll give them credit, and if they like the song, then they can just like help me record this one song at least. And they helped me out, and they were kind enough to do that. I stepped into the studio. I literally gave them a one take thing, and I came out. And once we heard the song, we were all like, our minds were blown, and we were like, dude, we actually have something really good. Um, they were supposed to put like more instruments on top of it, and they did, but it just did not feel right. And there was a lot of back and forth that happened, but it just did not work out. And I apologize. I said, I'm very sorry, but I can't work with that particular set of instruments that you've put. And I just like moved away. What happened afterwards was that I just played this song from a few of my friends, and I told them this is just like a skeleton. I'm gonna add some more music. I'm gonna find more people who are gonna add music to it. But they loved it so much, and they gave me that confidence that this sounds like the final product, even though it isn't. It even like, I don't think it's even mastered. Like, the song isn't even mastered. It's just like a mix that they shared with me, and I shared it with my friends, and they really liked it. So I put it up on SoundCloud, got like, people started listening to it, people liked it, and then I finally put it up on YouTube, and it just worked out. I got really lucky with it, honestly, because it's like an incomplete song. It's not how the song was supposed to be, but it literally is the most attractive bit now, how stripped down it is, and that's what gets people to listen to it now. So it's just one of those things where I got really lucky in my life.
Yeah, to think that, that was the thing that really started changing things, right?
Yeah, it did.
For Jen. Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that struck me was you sing so in multiple languages, right? Like you've got English song, you sing in Hindi, and then you sing in Punjabi as well. And it really struck me when I was listening to Mola, just because it's a very evocative track, even when you look at the language, aside from the backstory of it all and the emotion of it all. Is there a reason that you actually sing in different languages? I was just wondering if, your songwriter tendency sort of, interacts with that whole decision-making process of, okay, I'm going to sing this song in Hindi or this one in English, because, I mean, does the context or the story of the song motivate you to sing in a particular language? Or am I just being too, like, English teacher analytics here?
Yeah, I think you're just being too English teacher analytics. Because honestly, I really wish that I had a smarter answer for this. Or I was like, there was some mathematics involved or something like that. But honestly, there's none. I don't even remember why I wrote Maula in Punjabi, because it's been, what, 11 years since
Yeah.
I was 17, so it's been 10 years now, since that song was written. But what I feel is that the way I'm writing these songs is that whenever I'm composing, I don't hum. Like, I'm not doing oohs and ahs. I always just string random words together to build a melody. And like, the thing is that whenever I'm playing a chord structure and I'm just singing on top of that, whatever comes naturally to me comes naturally. I think what must have happened is that Maula just came to me in Punjabi. The words just fit very well. The stories that
Yeah.
I wanted to tell just fit very well in that language, I think, and it just
Right.
worked out. But there is honestly no math involved. There's no smart answer. It's just, I just picked up the guitar, started singing, and the first language that came out of my mouth was Punjabi, and it just worked out that way.
No, and I think that that's so beautiful because depending on like what you're writing about, right, it just goes to show like the whole thing of like language being so important to the way we communicate with people as well about different stories. And Mola is like one of my favorite tracks ever. So do you want to maybe help me out and sing a little bit of it?
You want me to sing Mala?
Yeah.
When my Bro,
Hit
my
that.
throat is completely gone. I honestly don't think I'll be able to sing that one.
Okay,
But I
chala.
can sing something else for you guys if you guys like are okay with it. Like, is that fine?
Yeah, of course it's fine.
Okay, perfect,
Cool.
perfect, perfect. Um, so I would have loved to sing Mola, and honestly, bro, you made me so happy that you've said that. You know, since you've said that that one's your favorite, because honestly, that song is like the song is like my favorite as well.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my that song is like a little difficult to sing with like a lot of high notes and stuff. So I'm just gonna do something that's a bit more easier and doable at this point, which is the song that I absolutely love. It's called Gul.
Go for it.
Okay, let's do this. ना दस्तकें ये तेरे दिल की हाँ वही धड़कने हैं यूं जोर से जो तुझको अब सुन रही है सुन ले जरा ये तुझसे क्या कह रही है आए नहीं जिनके थे वादे वक्त उलझा हुआ है तेरे यहाँ पे क्या वो कल थे यहाँ या हफ्तों पहले की ये है दास्तां आए ना तेरी याद उनको आए ना तेरी याद उनको टूटे मकान एक बार गिर कर वैसे बनते कहाँ है जैसे थे तूने अपने दिल से बनाए वो कारीगर यूं हाथों से थे सजाए आए ना तेरी याद उनको आए ना तेरी याद उनको. So these are the first few lines from the song.
Too good. Just too good, Anuv. It's like chef's kiss, as the kids say these days.
Thank you so much. Oh, by the way,
Love.
let me just like before we go ahead, can I just tell you guys what I'm doing right now? I really want
Yeah.
to tell everybody. Okay, so like I'm in like a full crazy zone. Like there are no lights in the room. Like I've completely shut off everything, right?
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys know this, like sweet thingy, like the snack called Hello Panda. For some reason, I'm just like obsessed with it, and I'm just like munching on these in the middle, like of this conversation. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible so people can't hear me, chew. And like the vibe is just perfect. I'm enjoying this conversation a lot right now.
Yeah, I'm very glad, and you're not very good at keeping things a secret because we definitely heard the crunching of the packet.
Oh shit.
But that's good. But I'm glad you've set the vibe and you're enjoying yourself as well.
Yeah, I love it.
um,
I love it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's move on with the conversation. Anuv, I do want to ask you about just the format and the sound of your singles these days. Um, I think they can be very easily placed in the OTT context. Is that something that you're actively pursuing at this time?
Yeah, bro, that's like always a thing in like that. It always creeps into our conversation whenever I'm talking to my managers. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always talking about OTT platforms and all. But the only thing with this entire situation is that, to be very honest and to put it very bluntly,
Yeah.
I don't need to put my songs in an OTT platform,
Yeah.
but I want to, because it's always been a dream of mine, to see my songs on a bigger screen, and obviously OTTs are still smaller, but like eventually see them in movies, because I have worked extremely hard on the way these songs are written, and I want a lot of people to hear these songs. Like I want everybody to hear what I'm singing and what my stories. So I think these platforms will just like enable that. So to be very honest, like I said, like I don't need them, but I want to be a part of this and I want my songs to be there. I was actually just talking to my manager. He just made an appearance. I don't know if he's still here or not, but like he was just here right now.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking to him about this as well. That if there are any opportunities that come our way, let's try and like figure something out. But I want to do it at my own, like on my own terms. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to just get greedy and just like do whatever, right? I want to place, because these songs are very precious to me. I want to place them perfectly as best as possible, honestly, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so interesting that you bring that up about doing it on your own terms because, a while ago, on we had actually done an interview with Mohan Kannan, who is also one of the most, renowned independent music artists and also really involved in film music in the country, right? And he was talking about how a lot of indie musicians would do really well to maybe be open to these opportunities of, featuring their music in films. And even, one of your fans also, Shalini underscore DRTZ asked, will he ever sing for Bollywood? And if not, then is it because of the artistic freedom that independent music gives the artist? So do you think that's like an actual thing, that there's a conflict there between, the freedom you get and not being able to do the same thing with film music?
See, I think you can. It's just about the kind of work that you want to do, honestly. Because
Yeah.
I can go and sing somebody else's song as well, that somebody else has written, somebody else has composed, and somebody else has made,
Mhm.
and it could be brought to me, and I would have probably have to say yes. But I'm not in that position right now because I'm writing my own songs, honestly, and I'm making my own music and I'm building my own audience. So hopefully, if Bollywood ever knocks at my door, I'll
Yeah.
be patient enough to just sit down with a particular project, and understand it completely, and then say yes if it's something that I would actually want to do, and I would want to be proud of my name being associated with that. I'm very um, particular about that. And if it's something that if my song can go in a movie, then I would love to, be it. I would love if it was a part of something that I would enjoy watching. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's why I'm like being patient with it. But it's always on the
Yeah.
cards. I will never say no to a good opportunity like that, because I know what Bollywood can do for careers, and I know what Bollywood can do for artists. Like it can open a completely new audience for you,
Mm.
and I don't discredit them at all. Like I don't discount that in my head. Like it's very important, but if you do it
Yeah.
the right way. So
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, you said it's always important to put something out there that you're proud of, right? When you look back at your discography right now, what are the elements of a successful song to you? What song do you look at in your discography right now and say this was probably my most successful song, and why? Like, what are the measures of success when it comes to a song for you?
can I give a long answer for this? Is that okay?
Tell us everything.
Okay, perfect. So the thing is that there are obviously two ways of looking at it,
Hmm.
quantitatively and like qualitatively. So if you think about quantity and the number of streams that I have gotten and all of those things, it's like it's not hidden. Baarishein is my number one song. In
Yeah.
fact, it recently crossed like 100 million streams plus views across all platforms, and this was completely organic. So that just like that's pretty insane to me, because I have seen it grow so much. Like from just like a couple of views a day to so much now. So it's like it felt really nice that it has done that, but still I feel that that was not my most successful song, because every song has done so much for me. It's just like it's so crazy that that has happened, because when Riha came out, I was in
Mm-hmm.
like it was in 2019, and I was in a very, very bad place. I had major like confidence issues, and I was really feeling that I'm not going to be able to make music anymore because of like a lot of things that were going on in the background. And when I
Right.
put that song out, that song did really well, and that gave me that boost that I required at that particular moment in my life. And if I wouldn't have gotten that, I don't know whether I'd still be making music or not. Like I hope that I would be, but I don't know whether I would be making music like this, if that hadn't done well. Then Alag Aasmaan came into the picture, and that song just blew up. And I'm so proud of the way it has been written because I see that success in terms of the way I wrote that song because I'm really proud of the lyrics of that song. And whoever is listening to me right now, like I just hope that you guys will go and hear the lyrics of that song because I think they are really beautiful. So that is like a different kind of success. Gul has in the last couple of weeks has just blown up. I have no idea what's going on. Like I was just trying to figure it out today, like what happened. It's
Yeah.
it's become my most popular song for some reason. It's just like blown up everywhere. So
Hmm?
I think every song that has come out has been successful in a certain way and has helped me grow as a person. But like just to make things shorter, if it was just in terms of streams and numbers, then obviously Baarishein is the number one song.
Okay. That's perfect because, like I said, it's raining now. And, that would be the best segue for us. Are you okay to sing that song for us? Maybe as we wrap up the conversation later.
Oh yeah, perfect, perfect, no problem. Do you want me to sing it right now?
Yeah, actually, if you're feeling up to it, why don't we go ahead?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Just give me a sec. हौले से धीमे से मुझको बाहों में भर लो ना तुम नरम सी सांसों में मुझको आहों में भर लो ना तुम सुन जरा मेरे पास आ अब बैठे हैं हम भी यहाँ दिल के दरमियाँ बारिशें है तेरी बातों पे मैंने सजा ली है दुनिया यहाँ दिल के दरमियाँ बारिशें अब तू आती है बुलाती है बिस्तर से यूं गिराती है कि सोऊं मैं बाहों में बस तेरी हाँ, जब बारिशें बरसती है पागल जैसे थिरकती है तुम जैसी हो बस वैसी ही रहो That was Barishin.
Lovely. That was lovely.
Thank
Also,
you.
actually, one of my favorite songs, from your collection of titles. It's just so beautiful and it's so evocative and perfect for like any mood ever. So, Anuv, I know that you really, really love your fans and you have a very close relationship with them as well. And, when we let everyone in on the fact that this was going to happen, some of them sent in some really interesting, cool questions. So I figured, like, let's give them the time to shine as well. So you can just answer some of their questions. You ready for that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Well, the first one that I also kind of wanted to know, right? You're so all about the singer-songwriter vibe. And I was wondering, like, what has been the best critique you've ever received, in terms of your songwriting? And then Sharon Francis, one of your fans, actually asked, as a songwriter and singer myself, I've gotten this criticism by many that that my music sounds just like yours. So is it okay to be so inspired by someone that you adapt their style of writing and composing? I thought that was very interesting.
That's actually a pretty interesting question. So I'm just going to break this into two. The one that you asked before. The number one critique that I've ever received for my songwriting was actually like when I was just starting out. It was I don't know, I'm not sure whether you can like classify it as a critique, but like it was just a suggestion. The person who was teaching me guitars, like my guitar sir, during that time, like when I was 16, I used to write in English, and this guy was like, why don't you try writing in Hindi? he said that like you'll probably be better, and that was honestly one of the best decisions that I ever took. Like I heard him, I started writing in Hindi, and it was honestly the best decision ever. Like it was the best suggestion ever. So I'm not sure whether it can be called a critique, but it was a suggestion nonetheless, and I took it, and it worked out really well for me. So that's answering your first part. The second one is, I think Sharon it was, right? If I'm not wrong, or Shannon?
Sharon Francis.
Sharon. Okay, so this answer is correct, Sharon. If you're sounding too much like me, I think it's okay, as long as it doesn't stick. Because eventually, as you grow more and more, I'm sure you'll find your own voice, your own writing style, and all of those things. Because I have also been inspired by a lot of people. And initially, when I used to write, and I used to sound also like them, and I used to write like them as well. But then, as I grew older and older and older, and like I grew more in this industry, I just like found my own writing style and my own voice. So I hope that that happens soon enough for you, and all the best for whatever's to come.
Ooh, I like, and that's, I mean, that's part of just growing as an artist, right? You kind of have to go through, which is just being inspired by people, other musicians, other artists, and it's very natural to sort of use those influences and that they come out in your music as well.
That's
That's
exactly how you learn. That's exactly how you learn.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next one that I want to ask you, again, I thought it was a lovely question just because you rely so much on your own personal experiences, when it comes to your songwriting. So Shivani Pillai 02 asks, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, bro, I have like so many. If I start like listing down all of them, like we'll never end this conversation. But I honestly feel that I stay in like this perpetual state of nostalgia. Because every
Yeah.
time like I meet my friends, and my friends are the same ones that I've had like since the last 10, 11 years. So we are always just talking about how it was to just be a kid. But if I were just to think about my favorite memory as a kid, I really miss my summer vacations, man, because we used to play a lot of football, and we used to
Mm-hmm.
get tanned AF. But it was just the best time ever, man. Like I just love going to so I have a park right outside my house. I stay at the same like in the same society as I used to when I was a kid. So we have this like park outside, and every summer vacation, like every kid in the entire colony used to just come outside and just play football or badminton, or like we just used to skate or skateboard or something like that, and hide and seek and all of that. I think those are my favorite memories, man. Like I just missed it so much.
That sounds lovely. That sounds so nostalgic. I think a lot of us can relate to that summer vacation vibe because also as you grow older, you literally don't have like anymore.
Yeah,
Just
I
don't.
realized that when I started working, on my
Yeah.
first, this was a thing that hit me on the first day of my like job. As soon as I entered office, I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna have summer vacations again. And now my life, I mean, I'm still working every day and I'm working really hard, but it's still a big summer vacation right now because I don't really have to go anywhere. I just work from home.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I can understand that that's a very sad thing that people realize on their first day of job, like on their first day of like whenever they go to work or something.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm so like I'm sure you're very glad that you decided to like, pursue your dreams and make something of your music making generally. And to that end, Kushal at Kushal underscore 17 asks, what was the first song that made you go like, I should also sing?
I think it was the song from the movie Satya.
Okay.
Um, this some धीमे धीमे दंगे पाँव चांद आएगा, something like that. It was, I don't remember the name of the song though, but I think that's something that I just like picked up and I started singing, and my parents were like, okay, this guy can sing. So that's
Hmm.
how I started singing. But I think the change came in. I remember I was at this event, like we were performing like a group uh, competition sort of a thingy, and
Right.
it was like inter school or something like that. So this one school sang "Quit Playing Games" by Backstreet Boys,
Yeah.
and like I came back home and there was no Shazam or anything of that sort during that time, right? Like couldn't even, like, this was like really back in the day. There was no Google. Like I couldn't like type lyrics and like do all of that either. So I came back
Yeah.
home and I just told my dad. I was like, Dad, I heard this song today. This was like some quit playing games with my, and you know, like we had a limited collection of CDs at that time. It wasn't like we had everything in the world, but he had
Hmm.
that one particular CD of Backstreet Boys. He put it, and he was like, "Is this the song?" And I was mind blown. I was like, "How the hell? Like out of millions of songs, this one song that I really liked." And I asked you, and you actually had that in the CD. So that's something that I like really started listening to. Then Backstreet Boys, I started listening to. Then Linkin Park happened. So that's how the ball
Hmm.
rolled. But Satya was like that beginning bit.
Ooh, okay, okay. But very serendipitous, I feel the whole thing
Uh,
has been.
I'm sorry.
Very serendipitous, I feel the whole thing has been. Very
Yeah,
like
bro. Yeah.
types. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this one is going to be a little deep. No, let's see if you're comfy answering this one. So Harsh Aditya 04 asks, and I wonder what made them ask this question actually. How to be less afraid of the future?
If anybody here knows the answer to that, please tell me because I honestly have absolutely no clue. I'm constantly okay. So, like I said, I'm in this like perpetual state of nostalgia, and I'm also in a perpetual state of just worrying about the future. Uh, the person like that I'm seeing right now keeps on telling me that, bro, you really need to like stay in the moment. But I just can't. Like either I'm living in the past or living in the future. I'm always very scared. But this one thing I keep on telling myself that whenever I'm going through this shit is that eventually it's not none of this is gonna matter because
Yeah.
the universe is like what, like 13 something billion, 14 billion years old. I don't know what has happened after James Webb discoveries. I don't know the current numbers, but it's like 14 billion years old, and 70, 80 years is literally nothing. Obviously this is our life, and for us this is everything, but f- I don't know, psychologically it just helps thinking about this way.
Hmm.
After maybe 50, 60 years, it's not going to matter, nobody's going to remember me. So just live your life to the fullest, man. Like live a very big life, say yes to everything that comes your way, don't get lazy. And it's obviously gonna, like, you're gonna worry about the future, but try to enjoy the present also.
Yeah, I mean, because once this is gone, then you can't relive it. So, what
Exactly,
really
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is the I think you did a pretty good job of answering that question. Harsh Aditya, happy.
I think this is like a recurring theme in this. I'm saying ki, maybe I don't think I can answer it, but then I just like come up with a really nice answer. So maybe I should stop doubting myself that way.
Maybe you should. Maybe that's another piece of advice that you should. Well, I think it's a lovely note actually for us to wrap the conversation on today. Anuv, thank you so very much for joining us and helping us kick off hashtag indie music Twitter. I think I can speak for everybody listening in today. It's been a great conversation, and we're also very excited to see all of the new stuff that you're going to surprise us with. I'm sure there's a lot there.
I'm really excited for whatever is to come. Trust me, there's quite a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to keep eyes and ears peeled for that. And, a huge thank you to everyone who joined this space today for giving us your Saturday night. I hope that it was worth your while. But also, this is just the start. Really glad that a Humming Heart can be a part of this series with Twitter India. So make sure that you keep an eye out for the Indie Music Twitter hashtag. And of course, follow a Humming Heart to know all about this series and everything indie in India. So there you go. Space One, that's a wrap. Thank you, Anuv, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me. This really means a lot. Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Stay
guys.